Welcome back to Kingston Reviews. Derek here. Thank you guys for tuning into another video. I really appreciate it. So this video is going to be talking about how you can grow your company's revenue and how we did it in 2025 and what we're looking to do in 2026. So in a previous video, we talked about our employees, and that was one of the aches that we have. But one of the positive things that we did in 2025 was we basically doubled our business. And the way that we did that is we started out our business primarily as a janitorial service business. However, over the last year, we added on additional services such as consumables. We provide toilet paper, hand towels, hand soap, those kind of things. We also do landscaping, pest control, retention pond maintenance, and all these items actually was able to double our sales in 2025. We're also looking to do that again in 2026 to try to break out in the millionaires, break out into the millionaires club. And that's not just because we want to hit that as a number, but we're trying to build a business to be able to be self-sustaining and by hitting those revenue numbers, we can develop systems and people in place that can keep our business growing even when we're not actively in the business. And so that's what we'll be doing this year. So to talk about the specific thing that we did, I thought it'd be interesting to show you guys one of the things that we do for our customers. This particular project is replacing a hand dryer that recently stopped working at one of our customer sites. Now, I have multiple things like this we do for customers, everything from changing water filters, light bulbs, drywall repair, light painting, things like that. And believe it or not, these items they're willing to pay a premium for because the other side of the coin is, let's say they look to get a general contractor, an electrician, a plumber to do these similar services. A lot of times for a small project like replacing a hand dryer or just some light bulbs, most companies that are large and that are big into doing that really don't want to spend their efforts doing that when they may have a new construction project that is $10,000 when they're going to have to charge you $1,000 to change a hand dryer. So in this case, let's go ahead and get into the video of me changing out the hand dryer. This is an activity that should take about anywhere from 1 to 2 hours total, including getting the actual hand dryer and tools and whatever necessary to replace it. But let's go ahead and get into it. It'll be a pretty simple process. I just finished checking the circuit breaker, and I'm going to replace it with a new hand dryer. So I turned off the power, obviously, at the circuit breaker first. So this is one of the services that we offer our customers. This is something that I'm sure an electrical contractor could do, but sometimes it's kind of hard to get them out to do it. So first things first, on this particular model, there is it's called a security hex that you need to unscrew that to get that off, and I'll go ahead and do that. I've determined that this security hex is a TS25. So see, there's one on that side as well, and we'll go ahead and remove those. I don't know if this thing's going to just start falling right off or not. We'll find out. So this is what it looks like when you take it off. We held it on the side. Now I'm just gonna first remove my anchor points in the power first actually, and then I'll bring the new one in. The new one installed, breaker number 40. I'm gonna flick that back on. Hopefully we don't lose power to the whole building. We're gonna go back, see what's going on with this thing. All right. So it was a little. So that's it replaced. I typically, depends on the job, but I typically charge around a $92 an hour labor rate. You know, some people charge a trip charge, but it's definitely some additional income for your company. It is great for us, all the side income besides the janitorial stuff that we do. and really wasn't super difficult to do. And as you can see, looks pretty good. So thank you guys for hanging around to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. As you can see, that job was not very difficult. Obviously, I cut out some of the installation, but it definitely didn't take me much more than an hour. For that job, as I said in the video, I would probably charge around $100 an hour, $92 an hour, somewhere in that range, plus a trip charge, plus my markup on any materials that were used in the repair. So for a job like this, you're definitely looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of $300–400 to my client. However, that customer might have spent $1,000 if they got a general contractor to do it. I actually had a very similar problem at my own personal house. I have a ceiling fan that was really high up in the ceiling, and I got quotes that were right at about $1,000, $1,500 to replace a ceiling fan because it was 17 feet in the air. And really, that was just them showing that they weren't interested in doing that kind of work, because once again, they can make so much more money doing a normal commercial job for a larger commercial client. So once again, we're trying to find a niche for our customers that we can fix. And by finding that niche, obviously we're going to create some revenue. But the most important thing about all this is not just the revenue creation, because that's great. We do want to hit that Millionaires Club this year. But what's more important, especially for the janitorial business, which is very cutthroat, very penny pinching. We have customers that will just penny pinch you over your pricing. By adding these additional services, we get very integrated with our customer and their needs as a facility, and it makes it a lot harder for them to make decisions only on price, because now they have to look at their retention pond, their consumables. We actually can save them money by consolidating all these services together. And so it's a lot harder for them to consider making a change. Whereas with janitorial, oftentimes the most cost-effective option is the one most customers go with. So if you guys found this helpful, useful, please don't forget to give me a like, comment on the video. Tell me about your business and things that you're doing to grow your business and to make your business more stable for the future. If you guys like content like this, like, comment, and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.